Hey everyone, Scott from Photorec TV at Photokina 2016, and I'm here with the new Sony A99 Mark II, and I'm also here with Ben from Sony to just fill us in a little bit more on the Sony. Some of the key specs of this is pretty much got the same sensor as the A7R II, although as Ben's probably going to explain in a moment, there is a lot of new stuff under the hood in this camera. It's obviously built a lot more like a traditional DSLR, but one of the features that we'd really like to see in something like a Canon or a Nikon is that he has an EVF as well, so you're kind of getting the best of both worlds here. To be honest, I must admit, having played with this guy for the last sort of 10-15 minutes, the way it grabs focus is just like nothing I've ever seen from a traditional mirrorless camera. It's way better than something like the A6300, which is already really impressive. It's almost focusing, I'd almost say probably like my 5D Mark III. 5D Mark IV must seem pretty quick, but obviously not showing those side to side. Ben, obviously Sony are really excited about this camera. Talk to us about what's most exciting to you guys. What do you think?
Okay, so when you look at the A99 Mark II, it offers something that nothing else on the market does. 42.4 megapixels, as you mentioned, with the same sensor as the A7R Mark II, but at 12 frames per second. There's nothing that actually does that. You've got your 1DX Mark IIs, your Nikon D5s at 12, 14 frames per second, which are great cameras in themselves, but it's obviously at a lower resolution. If you want to go to a higher resolution, a 5DS, a Nikon D810, again, of course, lovely cameras, but they're not able to shoot quick frame rates. You imagine some photographers who are wanting speed and high resolution. This is the only thing on the market that offers that. As you mentioned, like I say, we've got an interesting autofocus system in there. The sensor from the A7R Mark II is brought in, so you've got 399 phase detection autofocus points built into the sensor, but we have, as you mentioned, translucent mirror technology with a dedicated autofocus sensor up here with 79 phase detection points. Those two systems work together to calculate the focus, and wherever they overlap, it actually has 79 cross hybrid AF points. So we're getting really good accuracy, really quick focus at 12 frames per second at 40.4 megapixel, which, like I say, is just astounding.
That 12 frames a second is pretty rapid. I mean, I've got this pretty near the mic. Hopefully you can hear this. We'll just go now. Just focus. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong button. I've got back button focus turned on. And so that took a very long time for the buffer to start there as well. That was probably 3.5, 4 full seconds.
I think you'll find it'll do 54 images with RAW and JPEG. So
right.
You're talking about 4.5 seconds, going towards 5 seconds of 42.4 megapixel, like I say, RAW images. And RAW and JPEG will do 54 with the two files selected together.
That's crazy, because one of the biggest complaints with the A7R II is whilst the burst on it is not bad, particularly for the resolution, it does take an awful long time to clear out that buffer. Okay, so with that buffer, actually it did clear out pretty quickly. We'll just do a quick test here. So we'll... So that's fully buffered now. And now, if I hit the menu button, obviously it will say unable to write because of the card.
So it is writing to the card at the moment, Scott, and what you'll see is, like I say, on the bottom right corner you've got your red light still showing you that, like I say, it's working on those files. And what's new on this model as well is that if you press the playback button, then on the back of the camera you'll see at the top it's telling you how many images it's actually processing through. Now what you're able to do as well, which we weren't previously, is you're able to play back those images straight away. So you've finished, like I say, you've finished taking your shots and you can actually start looking through your images as well.
So we can start chimping at the time.
And and then it's telling you, like I say, how many images are left for it to be processed.
So now it is completely clear. I think it's really unlikely that you're going to be shooting kind of bursts like that constantly and then immediately need to shoot again. There is a completely new menu system in this guy, which is completely different to, well, it's not completely different to the A7R II, but I must admit it does seem a lot easier to look through. So the menu system does seem a lot more simplified, which is something that, particularly on our channel, we've been fairly critical of the menu system. Sometimes the menu system on our A7 II has been improved. What would you say are the key improvements to that menu system?
So, like I say, you are right, we have had feedback about the menus, and part of that is because a lot of you guys said to us, we want this feature, we want this feature, we want this feature, and our Tokyo counterparts have been very good in adding on a lot of features. Having said that, now we kind of told, you've got too many features, we've got too many things to choose from. All the options are still there, along with some more ones, of course, being a new model, but we've just managed to reorganize the menu layout. So not only is it, color coordinated, like I say on the top on there, but you'll also find that in that menu system, you've got, like I say, a first set of camera 1 and camera 2, First set of two is the movie settings, so you can go straight to those. And in some of the other cameras, like I say, some of those movie settings are things you might want for movie, were slightly moved away within the menu system. I know it might sound a little bit of common sense, but we've made sure that all those movie settings are put together in exactly the same place, all the autofocus settings, and made sure that everything's clustered together. And so, like I say, this hopefully will make things a lot easier for users.
So another feature which we really enjoy in the E-mount cameras at the moment is that 5-axis in-body image stabilization, which means any lens you're going to put on here is going to be stabilized. On that point, obviously we all thought the A-mount was dead, and it obviously isn't. Is there now going to be some new A-mount glass coming? Or because obviously recently Sony's been focusing on releasing high quality pro grade E-mount glass, which is fantastic. It is very expensive, but it's fantastic. Although there is already a very good A-mount lineup. What's going to be going on with lenses?
So in terms of A-mount, we have been saying, like I say, alpha bodies and lenses development will continue. You, like I said, a bit surprised, and journalists, I have actually been saying to you guys, we did say we will release new bodies and new lenses. That's exactly what we've done. We will listen to the feedback from the market, and so it's not a case of, like I say, I can concretely say to you, this is coming, that's coming.
Yep.
But based on that feedback, like I say, we will continue the A-mount, like I say, body and lens, and it's in our plans for the future.
So the A-mount is not dead. Thanks a lot, Ben, for your time. Please stick around for more videos from us here at Photokina 2016. That's the Sony A99ii Mark II, and we'll just leave you with another crazy burst at 12 frames a second. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Oh, I filled up the card.